fun out there today. My dashboard says it's about 101 degrees out there. So we're gonna put these things through the sweat test, as we'll call it. The Ronin SC. Do some testing here. Whew, it's a hot one. So first up is the Ronin SC. I'm going to try to keep the shots as similar as possible. I'm just going to do a straight line at a walking pace, and then a straight line, sort of more fast-paced, more like a jog. We're going to be using the 16 to 35 2.8, so it's a slightly bigger lens. So it'll be interesting to see how the weight holds up between the Ronin SC and the traditional Ronin S. Let's get to it. This is the Ronin S humility cam here. Let's see what we got when we jog here. Yep, I'm wet. Here. So the last test is going to be counter pan. So how fluid and how smooth we can get that counter pan motion going. I will say that this lock feature is very convenient, especially when I'm walking around the field. If you guys are familiar with carrying around this gimbal, or the Ronin S itself, I'm sure you're used to this thing rattling all over the place as you carry it around. When I have the camera locked in there, and I can lock up these as I walk, and I just hold it down by my side, very helpful and convenient. So we are back in the studio here, and after kind of really diving in and analyzing some of this footage, I have to be honest, I'm not as impressed as I thought I would be with the stabilization on the Ronin SC. What I will say as a follow-up to that is that I don't think I gave it its true potential in terms of stabilization. The Ronin SC is a lighter weight gimbal, so it is something that you should use lighter weight setups with. In my case, I used a heavier 16-35 lens, which I think gave the gimbal a little bit of issue, especially when we did some of those faster shots where I was jogging and kind of really moving that thing, putting it to the test. So I think in all fairness, if I do a second test, which I plan on doing towards the end of the week, I think when I put a lighter lens on, let's say maybe a 50mm thin little pancake lens, we're going to see much better results. That's my hypothesis at least, so we'll see what happens with that. After looking at some of the rest of the footage, it seems that warp stabilizer is able to handle those little bit of bumps that you do see in the Ronin SC. So after some warp stabilization, it was very comparable to the Ronin S. But the Ronin S has some real magic when it comes to actual stabilization. Just the raw footage itself looks pretty damn good. The Ronin S, for a heavier setup, not too heavy, but you know, between 4 and 8 pounds, it's a beast. It knows what it's doing. It's able to hold the camera well. The Ronin SC, however, I did enjoy sort of the convenience of that lighter weight setup. So as you saw in the 100-degree weather, the Ronin SC, I preferred just kind of moving around with it, because any bit of weight, any bit of reduction in my arms when I'm moving around in that humidity, it's very helpful. Lastly, the other thing I really enjoy with the Ronin SC is the ability to lock the gimbal. So I had mentioned in the video previously, when you're walking around and you're kind of moving around location, or even just carrying your camera on the gimbal, it's very convenient to be able to lock up the gimbal so that it's not rattling around, not really, I don't know, you know what I mean. When you have the Ronin S and you're carrying the camera around, it's clicking around, you feel like you're gonna break something. When you're able to lock everything up on the Ronin SC, it's kind of like a peace of mind knowing that your camera is secure on the gimbal. That being said, I will be doing another follow-up test with a lighter lens towards the end of the week. I'm also going to be looking into the active track mode, which is a new feature that the Ronin SC has come out with. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe, follow our channel, and drop any comments if you have any questions or concerns. Feel free to let us know and we'll get right back to you. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.